What's up, guys? This wasn't planned episode. I just decided that I want to record something really fast, and since there is no QPL this week, we got a Challengers week just to make it more visible for people, and so you guys have something to watch. As always, it's going out on Friday at 6 p.m. evening time of European time. I just wanted to quickly go through the challengers, like who's left to qualify, what kind of qualifiers do we got, and in general, like information. So we are on the third global qualifier, which will have four of them, which means everybody from all over the world can participate and qualify. So it gives chances to all the continents. In my opinion, just like quickly shout outs, I think they should do regionals first. So maybe people from regionals can qualify. For example, like Yap could qualify from South America.
Mm-hmm.
Probably he would qualify. And in this case, I got a gut feeling that he can take a spot which is like for global or for EU or for other continents, not especially EU, because EU will have separated one. So we got four globals, then we got one CASU, kind of cold. And then we got like other regionals, so 8 in total. First one was won by Garpi. He played against FaZe in the finals. Second one was won by CNZ, and he played Yup in the finals. This time I'm just looking for who basically is gonna participate, and like the bigger names are gonna be definitely Yup. I can see RMV.
Bukster,
Bukster, Spart1e
enesy,
definitely gonna play, enesy. Um,
FaZe
I'm
most
kind
likely. Is he gonna play?
I'm kind of surprised that FaZe is in actually, because like I think after last qualifiers he made a like big Twitter long, and he said that he's not gonna participate anymore in those, which was only like a week ago.
Yeah.
So if he's already back, that's quite surprising.
Sometimes you say things and then you're like,
It's
I wanna
quite
play.
normal, especially in a game where you're gonna get tilted and
Mm-hmm.
when you're gonna get like upset a little bit. But and he already like did few Twitter longs like this, which were super interesting about the feedback about the game and stuff like this. But it happened already before. So who do you think has the most chances to qualify now? I think
Uh,
it should be it would be good. I know it's not gonna sound nice, but I would prefer to see someone else qualifying than Yup for now.
yeah, cause like Yap is gonna qualify anyway, right?
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
yeah.
the skill gap between him and the other players, like, no disrespect, but he's just way too good.
Hmm.
So I still think that Yap will qualify through the global if he keeps playing like this.
Hmm.
Also, he's like very good on that kind of ping, like he's getting used to it since years
Yeah,
now. It's
yeah.
hard to like challenge him on that side. But
Yeah, especially I was watching you like on some streams lately, and it just really feels that he feels this game on a high ping really well. It literally is sometimes it's like everything. He's like every exchange, he's hitting everything. Basically, it's like it's even you can see on the stream that he's aiming in a certain way, that he's shooting the rail,
yeah,
and he already kind of calculated the delay because I would never ever hit that rail. And even if the crosshair is not on the guy, the rail gonna hit because the compensation he's already predicting.
hmm,
So it's like, he's like, you clearly can tell that he's really good at this ping because he already predicting like, the compensation and stuff like
yeah.
this. So it's crazy things.
I mean, you get used to what you get used like you get
Yeah.
good at it. Like it's same as Maxter like a few years ago, but then
Hmm.
Maxter adapted also to EU ping. So we will see if
Hmm.
Yap is like gonna do the same in the future.
Hmm.
Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. So and except of that, I also can see that Maestro Hell signed up, I think. Kels
Uh,
should play probably. Then we're gonna have some South Americans like Priya, Invaser, and other guys.
yeah,
And Proximo as well, which he's from
true.
Kazakhstan. And there's also it's also interesting because he's kind of in Europe, right? But the time difference between our time and
Yeah,
his
it's
time is
like
like either 5 or 7 hours,
I
something
think
like
it's
that.
6 hours or something like that.
It's huge, so he's basically gonna be playing like 2, 3 a.m. And whenever I spoke with him in the past, he said that he's super tired. and his games are usually like 2-3 p.m. And whenever he wanted to schedule Jules with Proximo to practice, he was scheduling something like maximum till 6 or 7 p.m. because then
Wow.
it's like 1 or 2 a.m. for
Yeah,
him
yeah.
or something like that. So
I'm surprised I didn't see King play at all in those qualifiers.
same, but I think it will be already too hard to play globals for Danda King.
It's good
Depends
practice, though.
how they will deal with the servers and stuff
I mean,
like
he
this.
will win
Like,
anyway, right? If he wants to
yeah,
qualify
and
through
they
the Australian one.
they got regionals.
Yeah.
So how do you Marco approach like differently? For you got a lot of experience with tournament and you went far in tournaments and you also won QuakeCon, so you went all the way from like bottom of
To
the
the top.
bracket till the very top. What is the difference for you when you preparing for your match on QPL, which is only one match, it's 3 maps, and you can go, you just prepare for that one,
Yeah.
compared to the whole tournament and like few games per day, or like even five games per day, or like whole day of sitting and waiting, and it might be delayed like the first qualifiers, like a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, well, I think it's just different. Especially because this is single elimination bracket. I think it's very hard on your mind. You need to be very focused all the time. So it's like, I think all the practice is gonna pay off for the players. Because the more you practice, the more stamina you have into these games. So if you're some kind of player that like practice 1 hour, 2 hours, I don't think it's gonna be enough. Just in the long run. Because by the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, there are certain times during your day where you are more focused, you are more ready for things. So if you're not like prepared for it, it's gonna be a very big deal. But I think the single elimination bracket it's really hard. You cannot make mistakes.
Yeah,
Like even in
exactly.
QPL, if we make one mistake, we have the loser bracket. But here you don't have it, so it's like I think it's
So
double the
mentally
challenge.
it's more challenging. Yeah.
For sure, 100%. And I think you just need to adapt. It's like you take one match at a time. It's like I kind of consider it the same as playing round based back then. You like lose one round, but you can also recover. Like you don't need to think too much about it. So yeah, I think it's gonna be the players who are gonna practice the most are gonna have the best outcome. That's why I also think that Yap is gonna win because he's been playing so much daily. So it's like
yeah. So if you would prepare for that, so it's not only like the whole day of playing, because for example, we got QuakeCon, right? And it usually starts like 11, 12 a.m. or something like that. So quite early, right? But in this case, not only you're gonna play whole bracket and whole day, you're also gonna start at 4 or 5 p.m. It usually starts, right?
Yeah.
Of European time.
4 p.m.
Just to match the other regions' times,
Yeah.
So for Europeans, it's not only the whole day, but it's whole day until the night, probably, because it's usually finishing at 11 p.m. or something like that. So also people need to adjust their schedules and stuff like this if they're working or doing something outside.
I don't know if I will sleep a bit more or like wake up a bit earlier. Actually, I think I will sleep more and just like play 1 hour of warm up and then ready. So at least
of course
later on I will be fine. Because I think when you play on LAN, like you need to wake up really early, right? Really early. So it's like totally different kind of like mindset you need to go into. You need to sleep very early and you need to wake up very early. Completely
especially
different.
especially that we need to do like a lot of media things before, like photos, like interviews, videos, and come for the meeting, like there is some caterings and stuff like this, so there's a lot of things to do. I would as well sleep as much as I can, wake up as late as I can, so I got like a lot of energy, and then I will go through the motions, and that's it. So it's also another thing is single elimination, which sometimes puts like some players in uncomfortable situations, because like one you cast it yourself, so like one side of the bracket was much more stacked than the lower side of the bracket. So I think only because of that they should maybe switch it to double elimination, so it's like real fair for everyone.
I think the problem will be really then like what time is gonna end. If it's already this late with single elimination, I think with double elimination it's gonna be till 3 to 4 in the morning. No joke.
At least this BO1 in loser brackets or something, it's already
I'm also like in favor of that because I think single elimination is just not fair. Like you can have one bad game, you need to like. I remember when we played in Luca and we had one single elimination. It was just not fun. I think.
Someone from US came there. He just played like 2 maps and he went home.
No, not the Ramis. I think it was the Challengers. Maybe Brick? I don't remember.
I think even Rafa played like one or two games because like he was like he skipped some of the first rounds because of
Mm-hmm.
the high seed, and then he insta played Cypher or something like that. I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong. I don't remember that tournament that well,
Well,
to
I
be
think he
honest.
played
But
maximum 2 games, yeah, for sure. Because
mm,
if he lost in the quarters, it's like only 2 games. So
okay, now also like pinks and stuff like this, like intercontinental, super hard. What do you think about ins signing up and trying to qualify,
uh, next
Bruno?
next life, bro.
It's super interesting for me. It's your ex. It's your
No,
ex
I don't
like
know.
2v2 teammate. So
I
I hope you are cheering for him.
no, I think Ins is like very special because he understands
Mhm.
everything about the game,
Yeah,
but he's just lacking playtime. First of all, he's just not
yeah,
playing enough, and
hmm
somehow he's not like reacting that fast to the
hmm
fights because he
hmm
knows what to do, but he's just not
hmm
doing it. He's just like standing still, taking damage, and not answering back. But he
yeah,
knows what he
and
should do.
yeah. That's funny and that's super interesting. I've seen him play some like lately, like he plays more and more. And yeah, he also focuses a lot on aim, on like how nice he moves and stuff like this. So I think he's enjoying the game at the moment and trying to qualify.
Yeah, yeah.
For the other people, we already went through Proximo, Face, Cults. Face has huge chances to get this one if he really is gonna play this one.
No.
What do you think Enesy lack at the moment? Because he has a great aim, and based on that, we can see how Sirius kind of transformed, like with a really really good base.
Mm-hmm.
From he could kind of like transfer his game around that a bit.
I think Enesy, first of all, he doesn't have experience on IPing because I think he lost to Yap also last time. So it's
Hmm
like, and you know, all the players that with good aim, sometimes they
hmm
get a bit overconfident in some fights.
hmm
Because sometimes even if you have a really good aim, if the guy has more stack than you, he's gonna win the fight anyway. And I've seen a lot of players at challengers level, they really don't go for respawn skills at all. Like they're just trying to keep the
hmm
control, and I really dislike it.
hmm
I know that
hmm
Raf is doing it a lot,
Yeah.
but sometimes you have such easy angles with rails just to do damage of the spawn, and
Mhm.
so many
Yeah.
players are just not doing them.
Yeah,
It's,
I think you need to kind of control yourself and just try to rail and go your way
yeah.
and leave the guy like, delay him a bit. I think there is like this tricky situation with this. When you want to spawn frag too much,
hmm
you kind of, running for the spawn, you're trying to make a kill,
Yeah.
and then you are in tricky situation because either you lose a lot of time because the guy kind of delayed the fight, and then you already kind of late for the next item and he might spawn there and take it and switch the control,
hmm
or you getting low because the guy somehow hits like all the machine gun, right?
Yeah.
And then you need to give up control. So this is tricky situation and it happens with pros as well. And I think maybe that's the reason Rafa doesn't do it often, because we don't see him like even like rushing for spawn frags even on CK sometimes. He
Yeah.
just prefers all this like fast-paced control all the time.
He just
I don't really know what's better. And then you see Kilson, like he only tries to go for respawns and kills, and he's on a walk and from heavy to the LG, he always goes for this rail. He always tries to spawn frag you. It's interesting,
I think
super
I think
interesting.
if you do it well, I think it's scary for the opponent if you know that you're gonna spawn and the guy is already
Hmm
next to you going to damage. Like I
hmm
think when you play against Rafa, you are actually a bit more chill in that situation because it doesn't
Yeah,
really go for that many spawn kills, and you're
I
trying
think
to
it's two.
restack a bit.
Yeah, it's two different types of
Yeah,
pressure.
it's
Like,
different because you know he's
yeah,
gonna run all the control anyway. So
yeah. Okay, so who else? A bukster.
hmm
This is interesting. He was trying to like qualify already since the very beginning of QPL. He managed to to go to the finals like multiple times, I
yeah,
think, but he never really managed. He never went to the. He never get into the QPL, I think,
no,
right?
never. I think he qualified for last QuakeCon and
He did,
Katowice.
yeah,
Katowice, I think
yeah,
he
and
lost against Kron.
previously, yeah, previously he also qualified. So that's super interesting, and and he's also putting and investing time. And when I watch him, like he seems to have like good base, like good like basic plays. Like he knows the timings. He kind of plays aggressive on items. He's like a little bit like trying to like control like Rafa, and like what he needs to improve. What you think? And his aim is also like not bad. Like his connection is good. Like his champions pool maybe a bit,
I think he
a
lacks.
little
I
bit.
think he lacks champions. Like I don't think he plays Slash. I don't think he plays Anarchy that much. He plays vengeuR a lot, like Galena,
Mhm.
Ranger Ryzen, and blah
Plus
blah.
Athena, which everybody bans against him.
Yeah, I think if he will deepen a bit his champion pool, as like have more chances to play something else.
Hmm.
So you also like if they know you are gonna get banned Galena, you try something else like Slash on Molten or
Hmm.
something. It
Hmm.
usually just goes for vengeuR, which can be also like really really bad
Hmm.
if the opponent
Hmm.
knows about it.
Hmm. So Slash, definitely some good anarchy and
Yeah,
like maybe scale to
yeah,
master,
yeah.
like really master
Especially
it.
online. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, I think we forgot about the one and only, the Mayo King,
Oh
the man of 10,000 calories challenge every day.
no,
Sebastian Spart1e.
I don't know how he does it, man.
Me neither. Me neither. I got so many. I could already have a folder with like pictures of food of Sparty from when he's at work and stuff like this. He been kind of unlucky like lately. Also with the bracket, I think the first challenger, struggling with the game a little bit, but still practicing, not giving up. So that's shoutouts to him. He was going back and forth with QPL. He was going in, going out. Like
Yeah,
he managed to stay like I think for 2 seasons in a row or so. He was there, he been there, he knows how it is. He just needs to qualify, and he will for sure eventually qualify because it's only third one, and we got another one global and another one we got for EU. So he has three more chances. Definitely he gonna qualify. But what does he have to do right now to qualify? Like stop tilting
stop
at all,
tilting and
stop typing to opponents to throw them off
he
guard.
needs he needs to combine shot first of all. That will be very
Yeah,
good
yeah,
start. And second of
yeah.
all, I think he should play someone else because he plays a lot with me and Kilson.
Hmm.
And me and Kilson have very similar style. I think he needs to play
Yeah,
someone a bit more faster, just to adapt
yeah,
to situations differently.
yeah, yeah.
But other than that, Spart1e, I think he's gonna qualify. Like he's just good.
He also has good hero pool. He has good,
Yeah.
very good aim. He knows the basic. He doesn't really have weak maps, right? No, he plays all of
No,
them.
he plays everything. Really.
So it on paper it seems like super good ABC game because he's the one of the very few who focuses on timing so much. Like if you watch him play on LAN, like behind his back or something, then you can like clearly see that he's timing a lot, and he's even timing it out loud in English, not in Swedish.
Hmm.
So it's like a crazy thing. So
Do you time
I
in
think
English?
me, sometimes I caught myself like timing in English because maybe it's because of 2v2 or like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Sometimes I even think like in Quake in English. It's
Okay.
weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. Uh, but yeah, I think I time in English actually. You?
You know, I feel like I time in English also because of 2
Yeah,
but I feel when I
yeah,
time in Italian, I'm actually better.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I can't even remember. I think in our case it's not really timing. Like with the numbers, it's like we just look at the clock and we already kind of see the numbers in our head.
yeah.
So we see 17. We don't say 17. Sparty says mega 17, heavy like 25, and he repeats it all the time. And we just like, see the number and we remember and see the numbers in our head, like 17, 25. We just see the
You
numbers.
know, I've never seen say a timing like Kilson. I think
What?
I don't know if I ever heard Kilson say a timing out loud ever.
No, I don't think so. I heard Rafa say it a couple of times when he had trouble,
Hmm.
like remembering. I also I remember I used to do that when I was having hard time. Now I just kind of I don't know forgot about it, but it might help. It definitely gonna help if you're
Yeah.
gonna say it out loud. Everything you're gonna say out loud, you kind of
What
gonna remember more.
was it strengths that didn't time at all? Right?
No, he did a
He
lot.
did. Oh, he did.
His
Okay.
game was purely timing.
Oh, okay.
It was like purely timing. Who didn't time at all?
I don't. I remember one pro from Quake Live, but I don't remember who exactly.
Yeah, there was someone, but shit, I don't
But in
remember
Quake Live,
actually.
not timing, I don't know if it's a good idea.
No, it's even worse than in Quake Champions. In
Yeah,
Quake Champions, at least you can like kind of remember the order,
yeah,
or like Heavy Force, like Mega Second.
yeah. In Quake Live, it's tricky.
Yeah. I remember I was playing with Cypher to Vito, and whenever we lost timing, we were like Mega Force, heavy after, and that's it
Okay.
until we get the timings or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, saying out loud timings, guys, I think it's kind of important. I think there was even some study, like whenever you are studying for a test or something, and you're reading something, and then you're reading it again, like out loud, like you kind of like remember it like better or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think that's it. That's just a quick video. I just wanted you to join me and have your opinion about the how to prepare for a tournament instead of like one match and your opinion about the other guys. We couldn't go through all of you guys. Like there's definitely Hell. There's also Kel, super good like
Yeah, yeah,
aimer lately. He's like I don't know why, but he's very similar to enesy for me for myself.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I just kind of like see a lot of similarities like between them.
I think all good aimers play in a similar way.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
very, very overconfident in situation, trying to win every fight and
yeah,
so on.
yeah. So like there is more of you definitely, and you can all like go and do good. Like I also did like a podcast already with Wolf, so
Mm-hmm.
about some challengers things, and it's gonna be out at some point before some challengers. There's a lot of good players. We cannot go through all of them because we also don't know who's gonna sign up in the end, as you
Yeah,
said before. Like people still got time,
yeah,
and usually they signing up in the last second. So that's it, and thank you guys. Enjoy like your off QPL week this
yeah.
week.
Take care.